I still remember when I had a patient that came into my office, and I looked at her and I remember telling my assistant, hey, listen, I don't know if this person can actually afford care, so go ahead and let's put her in that 10% that I had set up for the indigent, the people that couldn't afford care. You know, my parents have always been givers, and that 10% rule actually really works. So when I opened my practice, I said 10% of my practice that was going to be giving to people that couldn't afford it. And my assistant wisely said to me, you know, Fab, why don't you let me handle that when the time comes, and we'll determine what's her ability to pay. You see, that shows you my own immaturity when I was just starting my own business, and I was so young at the time and never had a business before. Hi, this is Dr. Fab Mancini, and welcome to the Dr. Fab Show. And I want to talk to you today about being non-judgmental. You see, at that time, I was being judgmental of this lady. I assumed immediately that she couldn't afford it. I immediately put her in a category that was not proper for me to do. So what happened was that when she went to check out, I had already gave her the recommendation of coming 12 visits, coming 3 times a week for 4 weeks, and then be able to reevaluate her. So that was going to end up totaling an X amount of money. So when Georgia mentioned to her and said, hey, listen, I want to make sure that you know the recommendations that Dr. Mancini said. And she said, yes, he recommended 12 visits over the next 4 weeks. I just had a question for you. And she said, what is that? And you see, my assistant was already assuming that maybe she was going to tell her that she couldn't afford it. She said, do you mind if I pay that up front? She took out her purse and she started taking $100 bills and paid for the full month in advance. I want you to know that many of us, unfortunately, are judging too many things. We judge ourselves all the time, and that's not appropriate. We know that that doesn't allow us to feel good about ourselves. So there's 3 things that I want to share with you that are going to help you be able to become less judgmental. The first one is don't assume. Just like I assume, don't assume. How many times have you heard that wealthy people go into Ferrari shops in their sandals and their ripped shorts and a t-shirt just to see if they will get the same treatment? How many times have you heard that Oprah Winfrey goes into shops without telling anybody it's Oprah, without any makeup, without anything, and just going in there to see if she's going to be treated any differently? Don't assume that somebody cannot do something. Don't assume that just because they're a particular race, particular religion, that because they come from a particular economic background, they all of a sudden are different. All of us need to be more accepting of each other, so less assuming is going to allow you to be less judgmental. The second one is a very easy one. Stop judging me. Stop judging everyone out there, especially yourself. You see, one of the studies have shown that when we judge ourselves, it changes our chemistry. It makes us more sick, more vulnerable to disease. I want to make sure that you don't not only judge yourself, but stop judging other people. Because you know what? There's no perfection out there. And why would you want to judge somebody else when they have now the right to judge you? You see, to me, I go through my life without any judgment because I accept that people are exactly where they need to be, when they need to be. I don't make those determinations. All I got to make sure is that I live my life according to my own values and my own principles. The last thing that I want to share with you about being less judgmental is be open to hear their stories. You see, one of the things that I've learned in my life is that anytime that I limited my own learning from somebody else because I was already judging, I can't get nothing from this person. Or this person is not going to let me be able to get to the investment opportunity that I want over here, or get to that client that I want to meet, etc. I want you to hear people and be authentic with them. Listen to their stories and be able to recognize that when you learn more about them, your judgment drops automatically because you realize that they're just people. People like you and me. People that are actually struggling out there no matter what their background is. People that actually have a lot in common. I hope that you will actually take advantage of this opportunity to be less judgmental. And I promise you that if you follow these 3 things that I've given you, I know that you're going to live a life full of abundance because judgment limits our growth. Just know that. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the next one. Hi, this is Dr. Fab Mancini, and we're having so much fun right now, and I know you like to have fun, and I love to have fun. want you to click right here right now, and I want you to go and look at some of our other videos that we have. Also, I want you to click right here and share. Share this information, this episode, with as many people as you can in your life. And lastly, I want you to click right here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So every single week, you get an announcement that you have another video like this waiting for you to help you live the life that you deserve. I'll see you soon.